There is another talk about Volto. We listen a lot with Volto in this week conference. Just who am I? I'm Luca Pisani. Let me say before. I'm a Plone developer about 20 years. Yes, sorry, 10 years. And I want to talk about the history of customization in Plone in these years. We have started with Plone 5, Plone 2.5 to 3, and to present Volto are the new framework not framework, but the new front end to present the Plone. Well, when in Volto's version of Plone, you have based in with main template with a table structure. The table structure was made many changes on the team because the structure of a Plone is in a table. Con left is a table, content in a table, and right in a table. These changes will limited the possibility changing into the layout. Only changes in CSS and HTML editing, and this is made into the Plone custom in a major part, and or in changing in the custom the templating of news item or document, etc. When we the many difficulties for developer and the designer, because the developer and the designer need to know the Plone custom build the pages, because the designer need to know what is the various div and various attribute in CSS to customize the theme. Unique difference between the Plone into the structure, into the customization of the theme with Plone 3 is the introduction of a layout in the tableless. With fluid layout, we need to the designer can move with to move the structure of the column and position it in into the structure. More when from Plone 4 is introduced, we need to have a feature engine with XDV. This is a way to apply a static HTML page with a dynamic information sourced by Plone. With Diazo, the renamed is the XDV, we can allow to use an static HTML theme to customize the Plone using rules in XSLT transformation. The designer can create with Diazo a site without know what is Plone, and can use a framework that knows. For example, it creates with Bootstrap, Foundation, or etc. The developer is only this person that you know to know what is Plone, and writing some rules with Diazo can merge the Plone structure into the static page. But now what is have? We have Volto. Volto is a front-end based in React and content type for skinning a content management system. Now we have support 3 backend, Plone, Gitolina, and Node.js, and Plone communicate with Plone and Volto. We communicate with Plone via Plone REST API. What is Volto? Volto is based on a semantic UI and use semantic UI and React semantic UI as a development framework. This is helping the developer to create a website with a responsive layout. The developer, using semantic UI, can only specify where the components are different between the semantic UI or the team used, overriding the less of the React component. The semantic UI is happens in several stages, using several layers for inheritance. We define a default definition where put it all the component and the less of the semantic UI, and the user can, with it, create a theme, and with the customization of the default definition, and I have aside themes where we can create the projects of the customization over the project. The semantic UI define the default definition in less and in JS6 React component. It's organized in globals, elements, modules, views, collection, and behaviors. The default definition are the base of the themes, and aspectfully does not overriding by the developer, because all the customization are into the team or inside teams. This is an example of Pastanaga that define all customization based in semantic UI, and it's possible to customize Pastanaga into the new site level is the site teams. For using Volto for the project, you are possible to use a boilerplate generator that creates a Volto app into to run the project. What is possible to be into with Volto? Volto can, after the creation of the app, it creates in the source structure there is the folder that it can customize of the application. It's an action that contains the Redux action for fetching all backend data like content, user external resources that are pulled into the app, components that contain all the views that the developer can add into the application. Constants use the including action, are the constant including in action types. Whereas the helpers contain all methods, like, for example, our helpers, and the reducers. The reducers are they're located into this folder. But possible it is a customization. The customization folder the developer can put in them all the variety of the team components by default of the Pastanaga team. It works like a ZTCJ bot. To customize a view, you need to try to find into the Pastanaga structure folder the component you want to customize, and recreate this path into the semantic UI, into your project folder. For example, if to customize a logo or a document view, you need to create into your team into the folder customization the path of your customization. To create a new, for example, to create a new component, you need to create it into the components folder and registering into it into the team. Now, I have run into my talk, but the possibility is now uh, now is Plone is born in 2021. With this talk, we have talked about a lot of Volto, but the very important, very question I want to pose to you is, what is the root of Plone now? Because into these talks, you talk a lot of from the Volto as a front end to Plone, Gitolino, etc. But Plone now, what is its roots? Thank you.